everyone, we are from the team BoneCrusher. We were given the article Enterprise Architecture Benefits, Perceptions from Literature and Practice. I'm Jayshree Morgan and I'll be talking about the introduction, author's claim and the finding too. The second team member is Menaka and she'll be talking about goals and conclusion. The third team member is Nur Anika Shamimi and she'll be talking about research method. And finally, Nurul Shahira will be talking about finding one. For the first one, I'll be presenting about the author's argument or claims. And the first point is acquiring a multitude of benefits in organization. It's actually by most academic literature and practitioners alike. However, academic research has almost omitted the domain of EA benefits and value realization, and thus more research on the subject is needed. The second point is investments need to be made in organizational, cultural and technical infrastructure to support the EA program. And the final point is EA is difficult since measuring its effects comprehensively is demanding and the architecture itself is constantly changing. Moving on to the goals of the studies, I'll pass on to Menaka, my second team member. Thank you.
Now, I'm going to talk about the goal of the study. This paper describes a study which aims to chart the benefit of enterprise architecture by the comprehensive literature review and a focus of group interview of practitioners.
Hi, I am Shamimi. I will focus on the research methodology adopted in this study. The first point is literature review. Literature EA and architecture was charted for reference and benefit using both academic and also by googling in the internet by using keywords, benefit, objective, value and valuation with the term enterprise architecture and also architecture. Additional literature review can also be found in the reference section. Literature review can be had in the both academic and practitioner. In order to subsequent closely related benefits were combined for a more compact list of benefits by the descriptions of the author. The second point is focus group interview on the literature review result. A focus group in interview research result is if 7 participants in the 5th finish or the international organization, either information and communication technology will be interviewed. The interview also have been organized in August 2016. The organization were either independent company or divisions, subsidiary and other part of the domestic and global enterprise. Furthermore, they represent different industry and employ more than 14 to 7,000 of people. In 4 of the organization, the interviewer have EA level viewpoint in the enterprise and also they were more focused on the system architecture in the system architecture level. Lastly, each organization provide 1 or 2 persons to be interviewed. The objective of the interview is to review the literature review result and also to collect the additional experience-based information. The third methodology, which is the last one, is composing a categorization of the EA benefit. What is this? Is the result from the literature review is being combined into the result of the interview and then we will create into the categorization of EA benefit. Categorization of the EA benefit will be discussed in the finding.
Hi, I'm Shahira. So I will continue our presentation with the finding of study. But I'm focused on the categorization of the EA benefits, identify benefits of EA, and analysis of the categorization. And Jaya will continue with the discussion. So EA benefit we can categorize into 4 categories. The first one is hard benefits, intangible benefits, indirect benefits, and strategic benefits. What is hard benefit? Hard benefits we can be objectively quantified and attribute to EA and EA work. Intangible benefits cannot be easily quantified but can attribute to EA and EA work. For the indirect benefits, we can measure in quantifiable terms but cannot be attributed to EA and EA works. And for the strategic benefit, its positive effect in long run and typically affected by multitude and factors.
Second point
finding is to identify the benefits of EA. As you can see from here, we can list down the benefits in the first column, and then the horizontal line we put the reference from the article, newspaper, and the internet, and so on. To analyze the categorization of EA benefit, we can categorize according to the Jaglis et al. Models. So as you can see from here, we have the indirect strategy and high, also the intangible EA benefit. On the top side, it's for the weakly attributable to EA, and the below one is for the strongly attributable to EA. And from right side is the quantifiable, and the left side is for non-quantifiable. Thank you.
Now moving on to the discussion on findings. There are 4 things to discuss today, which are contributions to research, contributions to practice, limitations of the research, and agenda for further research. For the contributions to research, we need to provide researchers with a perception of what benefits can be received from EA and EA work. And then need to provide one potential categorization for the benefits. And lastly, the categorization can be used as a basis in determining what kind of evaluation criteria and metrics could be used in measuring the realization of the benefits. And the next point is contributions to practice. For the contribution to practice, the research provides practitioners with a variety of potential EA benefits for rationalizing EA work. And then practitioners also find the categorization useful in developing metrics for quantifying the benefits in later stages. And lastly, the risk of failure is greater and the benefits cannot be clearly addressed to EA because of its established position and influence of EA program. And the third one is limitations of the research. The selection of the EA objective and the direction of the EA program have an effect on the benefits received. And then the categorization of the EA benefits is based on the author's discretion. And lastly, supplemented only by a small amount of empirical data. The last discussion is agenda for further research. The benefits should be unambitiously and consistently defined and categorization empirically validated. Validate and consistent models should be constructed to eliminate the relationship between EA benefits, EA characteristics, and EA work activities. Metrics and evaluation criteria should be charted and developed for measuring the realization of the benefits. And lastly, the benefits should be empirically quantified by applying these metrics and criteria.
For the conclusion, this paper, the benefits of EA were charted by an extensive literature review, supplemented by a focus group interview of practitioners. The benefits were categorized according to a IS benefit classification model. Moreover, it is worth noting that EA should be communicated effectively to realize the benefits. And lastly, the benefits identified in this study are only suggestive of what kind of value an EA could provide to an enterprise. Thank you.